So I decided just to record the video about how I worked on delivery on my motorcycle, and here it is. Like, it was about 2.5 hours. What I cut it shrink to 15 minutes, and I'm just cut it long stretches where nothing happened. So I decided to go to this spot near a couple of businesses, and I just waiting. It's around my home, and now I received the good order for $11. It's just I need to grab something in nearest ones and deliver it to customer. Now I'm arriving to Vons, and at this moment I don't know what I need to deliver. So it can be big package what I can't carry on motorcycle, or it can be one item. So I will know in a second. Now I open application, I see it's only beer. It's like one box with beer, Pacifico. I need to grab one and just deliver this small box to my customer, and that's it. I cannot go to self-checkout. I need to go to actual cashier because this is only 21 plus, so I need to display my driver's license. But usually when they see what it's Uber delivery, they understand what it's not for me, so it will be verified anyway. So I grabbed my order, and now I'm going to my motorcycle. I tried to fit it to my box, but it's not fitted. Okay, everything's done and secured, and I need to ride slowly because it's beer. I don't want to customer be disappointed. So yeah, now I need to ride 2 miles, I believe, just very close. It's around my current home, and that's it. At this video I wrote much more aggressive than I usually do because I was not in good mood, and I usually no splitting in the city, only on highways, but in this video I did split a lot. And again, I was in not a good mood because like I have small jobs, and like this is my customer, and I just need to give him my order, but he forgot driver's license.
Okay, thank you.
And I cannot proceed with delivery until it will be verified.
Have a good day.
He gave me a compliment about my motorcycle. It was nice to him. And now I need to find second order, so I just spent maybe 10-15 minutes to one order to earn $11, but it's pretty rare. So now I'm going back to Vons because it's a place where you can grab order with more percentage. So I just parked and wait. Actually I waited like a lot here. I just cut this waiting, and I decided to go to our place because it's nothing here. And also I forgot to mention that it was Saturday, I believe, so it should be a lot of deliveries. And here it was okay. I'm riding in direction. I forgot what I'm doing, but I decided to go our way. Maybe I have my personal something ideas, but now I received order in opposite way, so I made U-turn and I went like half a mile back to this Tomato Pie cafe, and I realized what it's pizza, and I forgot my pizza bag, and also I never deliver pizza on motorcycle, so we'll see how I can handle it. So I provided name of my customer and show this is 2 pizzas and small extra. And I believe at that moment what it can fit in my small bag, and it barely fit. So I turn it upside down, I put my pizza, and it's looked pretty well. It also delivery just 1 mile from here, so it's very close. Again, I was lucky, and pizza will be still hot. So it's not lane splitting. I'm using bike lane. Usually I ride exactly this street on my bicycle, like every week. I'm riding exact same road, and I know this street very good. So now I'm delivering pizza. They said you can put it outside if gate is locked. What I did, I put the pizza, and I forgot to show on the video what while I'm driving I received second order, so I'm heading to second pickup now, and like small intersection when I usually don't want to stop, so I just slowly riding. I said thank you to driver, and here I very close to my pickup. It also everything in my neighborhood, and I noticed like police activity, helicopter, a lot of police cars around. It's not like a usual thing, but so many police cars, it's not something usual. For usually it means what something happened. I think with policemen. So I grabbed order from my third pickup, and now I need to go much far away, and this is not super neat order. Again, it's police here, like a lot of police on my way. I saw maybe 20 cars, like, and I see it's traffic. Usually I'm not lane splitting, like I said, but here, because I know what I'm recording and I want to record something cool, not just staying in the traffic, I decided to lane split. As see, I'm lane splitting very, very carefully. Not like all these bloggers in internet, what I hate to see what they're doing, it's very dangerous. I'm going slightly faster than other cars, just to be safe, so I can stop if somebody opens the door or somebody threw the ball to the road. So I just carefully lane splitting. I don't mess, I don't interrupt nobody. So I just carefully going through traffic. Actually, you need to stop and slow down when you see the police. Here I noticed a nice guy who playing street musician, and I proceed to lane splitting here. Okay. The traffic is almost gone, and finally I am on a free field, and now I'm arriving to Glendale, and I'm very close. I think I'm on half of my way, but now the road is free, so you can see what I'm riding, right turn to the residential area. So this is like was my mistake. It was yellow, and when like technically I was right, but I should stop at that moment, but I didn't see the traffic light. So we are arriving to Glendale, and again it's traffic again, but it's easy. It's much more wider lanes here, so sometimes I'm lane splitting, sometimes not, depends on my mood. And as you see, I always turn signals. You need to show what you're doing on the road. So I almost arrived to customer location, and you see it's very steep road, and You can see it from camera, but it's impossible to stop here. If you going up and you need to pass the car, for example, it will be a big problem because I have tall motorcycle, and like to stop it will be very inconvenient. And I try, this is my customer home, I tried to stop also. You cannot see by camera what angle is very steep. So I tried to put my kickstand, but kickstands start to fold as you see, and I cannot leave motorcycle like that. And also I cannot put sideways because the road is very narrow, so I drove near. I left my motorcycle on flat surface and I delivered the order. And now that's it. I believe I did only like 3 orders in 2 hours. And I earned like ultra small money, like what I spent after just on groceries. And I decided to go to direction to my home because this is a dead area. It's no businesses here, it's just hills somewhere in Glendale. I just decided to go home, maybe to grab order on my way. So you see the road, it's pretty empty. This is a lovely wagon from Mercedes. And if you go straight, it's Los Angeles River, what I usually ride my bicycle. This is a pretty wide lane split going through. And now you see it's a red light and I slowing down, and this guy at the right with cigarette and open window is definitely, it's a typical Glendale. It's like, I just don't want to say something bad, but you see behavior, usual behavior of a usual citizen of Glendale. So we're going left, and I know it will be traffic here because I already drove this road. And small lane split. I didn't do lane split a lot for many years. Actually, this is the first video where I do lane split in the city, and you need to used to, you know, to lane splitting. It also on the video it looks different in comparison with real life. It's not so narrow, but maybe it's I don't know, like everybody who never ride motorcycle, they cannot understand when it's safe, when it's not. So you see I'm slowly approaching the traffic lights and I see what road is empty and I can accelerate at that moment. Maybe accelerated a little too much, but I said I was not in good mood, and this motorcycle rider, he is not experienced. You can see it, I rode behind him for a couple minutes and you can see very fast what he is not experienced. A lot of riders in Los Angeles, they have very poor skills. It's like very poor. I can see how they turn. They put their legs outside, we're trying to touch the ground. It's very dangerous, very unprofessional. They don't train at parking spots like I usually do, and like it's very hard to see what we're doing. Like a lot of motorcycles just have no skills. And now I'm arrived to Vons, where I grabbed my first order to spend the money what I earned at this 2 or 3 hours, and like maybe I earned $35 or 30, and I will spend it here for my groceries. That's it. Thank you.